It's not about avoiding problems, it's about understanding them. So when problems happen, you can address them immediately. That is the quote that we are breaking down today. I want to welcome everybody to the show. Again, this is the quote breakdown brought to you by the All Moves podcast, where I break down the quotes and the posts and the things that I post up on social media. I create all of them, besides like one or two episodes I did somebody else's quote a few times. But for majority of the show, it's all based on what comes from in here in the domes. And, I post it out and then I use this show to create more context. So, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, every other audio platform, I want to welcome you to the show. YouTube, what is up? Please like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so yet. I'm feeling a lot better than I was yesterday. If you listen to yesterday's episode, a little pause, coughing a little bit, but feeling a bit better. Let's just get right into it. The caption on this quote is, "You must understand them first before you can solve it." What I mean by that is the problems. So you must understand the problems. You must understand them first before you can solve it. At the About It Life. I tag the About It Life on almost every post that I put out on Instagram. So let's dive right into this. Why don't you want to avoid problems? Most people are living life every single day to avoid problems. That's what they want to do. They want to create and design a lifestyle where they are avoiding the actual problem or multiple problems that comes their way. This is why people live very limited. People live afraid. People are afraid to make a move because they're afraid to encounter a problem, not realizing that that's not what it's all about, right? Because if you want to avoid problems, it's actually impossible to avoid problems because just by standing still and doing nothing is a problem itself. So it's hard to avoid problems, right? You can't do that. Now, because it's not about that. It's about understanding why problems happen, understanding the overall reasoning behind the problem. How did it formulate? How was it developed? What happened? It's about understanding the problem. So when the problem happens again, or any type of problem happens, you can address them immediately, right? And then you move. Now it's easier for you to make move. And this is the foundation for trusting yourself. Because now you're living your life not based on avoiding problems, you're living your life based on addressing problems and making adjustments as soon as problems present themselves. But you have to understand them first before you can even solve the problem, right? You have to understand them because when you understand them, it'll give you more confidence. It gives you a better understanding of what's actually going on, right? And it's the process is much more quicker. It's much more fluent and efficient. Oh, I know why this happened. And now you address the problem immediately. What most people do is they build a life, their lifestyle is designed around avoiding problems, and now they allow problems to roll on to the next day. And these problems are stacked up now. They're stacked. Now think about people who live for years, for 27 years, for 30 years, for 50 years, and all their life. Just imagine, for most people, their entire life, they've created a lifestyle that was designed to help them avoid and ignore the actual problems in their life. That's what they've been doing. They've been avoiding the problems and they allow it to roll on to the next day and then it develops more. It takes root in the mind, it takes root in their life. Now, the problem is a part of who they are, it's a part of their lifestyle. It's inside of them. They can't even get it out no more. It's like they are the problem, right? They're part of the problem. And that's what happens when you try to ignore it. There's no foundation. You don't trust yourself. You're always afraid, hesitant when it comes to making moves. This is why you must address them immediately. And this is what builds the confidence and the foundation and the trust within yourself because you're not afraid of problems because we understand that it's inevitable. Problems are going to happen regardless of what type of lifestyle you live. So you're going to have to understand why it happens, how it develops, how it formulates, and you can address them immediately when you see them, when it presents itself. So I'm gonna leave you guys with that. Today was a quick one, a quick breakdown on why this is very important. Something like this is so important to understand that some people would just listen to it and just allow this to go right over their head when this is a very important concept, a very important thing to understand. Um, let's say a very important truth to understand. So with that being said, family, I want to thank you so much for tuning in. YouTube, please like, comment, and subscribe. My audio listeners, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and whatever other platform you're listening to this on Anchor, um, Google Plus, Google Play. Um, yeah, please leave a review on the show if you're able to. It means a lot to me. Again, it all helps with um, the algorithm of the show. It all helps with more people being able to see it, more people understanding what's going on, and more people knowing what to expect. So, thank you so much for tuning in, family. I catch you guys next time. Peace.